We at Longswitch Software Solutions are aimed to deliver the quality Salesforce education for all, that is too for free. Therefore, we have launched this Longswitch Academy. And today we are thrilled to announce our Salesforce Apex programming course for beginners, where we will help the freshers or the people who have just started learning Salesforce to build their strong foundation to have their shining Salesforce developer career. And with this we are launching our today first episode of our course, that is Apex programming for beginners. As we have highlighted that our goal is to reach to the maximum people who need quality Salesforce education without spending a penny. So help us reach out to more people. Subscribe to Long Switch Academy if you haven't subscribed already. Share it with your friends. Click on that notification bell so that you never miss an update from us. We want your support to reach out to as many people as we can and make Salesforce education accessible to all, that is too for free. So let's move forward with this episode's overview. I'll guide you through the objective and the target audience for this particular episode. So objective of this episode is to introduce you to the Salesforce CRM in general and to the Apex programming by giving this quick overview and why we should opt for Apex programming in Salesforce ecosystem. Along with that, we will also walk you through the environments that Salesforce provides for the Apex programming development, and we will also give you a step-by-step guide to create your first Apex class. So stay tuned till the very end. This episode is going to be very helpful for your foundation with Apex programming. Now moving on to the next segment, target audience. Who should watch this episode? It is for the freshers or the beginners who have just like started exploring their interest in Salesforce development. This episode is targeted to them. They will get the step-by-step guide to start creating their first Apex class. Before we get started with Apex programming, let's quickly take overview of Salesforce CRM in general. As you know, Salesforce is a cloud-based CRM platform that helps businesses to manage their customer interactions, services, sales, or many more things all at one place, and they serve across the globe. It is like a one-stop shop for all the customer related activities for a business. And as you know, Salesforce is mostly used by all sizes of customers. They are not limiting to enterprise customers. Even a small business owners, small shop owners, or a one person or two-person companies are also using Salesforce to manage their CRM data. With this wide range of customers or consumer base, Salesforce becomes most popular CRM in today's time, which comes with a need to what I say perform a lot of customization to suit specific business needs. To note here or to point out here, Salesforce tries to evaluate itself over and over again with a constant effort to cater all business needs. But there are certain business situations, automations, or scenarios that are very limited to specific businesses or specific customer base. That's where you have to use some sort of customization or custom development to cater to those requirements. That's where Apex programming comes into the picture. Secondly, as you know, as I have also highlighted that we can customize the Salesforce CRM, which means this platform is really scalable, and you can like customize or tweak the platform the way you want it with the help of its development tools. Now let's see the next part of it. That is that is all about the basic overview of Salesforce CRM and what it has to offer. Now let's talk about what is Salesforce Apex in general. Today in this episode, in the first half, I'm just going to talk about Apex programming in a theoretical manner. So just to give you an idea why at the first place we need Apex programming and what it is. So Apex is Salesforce's proprietary language, which means it was solely developed for the use with the Salesforce platform, and it is specifically designed for the Salesforce developers to help them enhance their customers, like Salesforce organizations, to meet the custom requirements. Even most of the things are most of the things in Salesforce are available with the help of point and click tools, but there are certain automate business processes or integrations that can only be done with Apex program with more which with much more efficiency and scalability. Second point that I wanted to highlight, if you are a like if you have done programming in the past, or if you have experience working with Java, you will find the Apex programming syntax is similar to Java. That will it is quite similar, so it will become handy to you. But again, if you are completely fresher to the programming and applying your coding knowledge for the first time, then then as well it won't be difficult for you to learn the syntaxes of the Apex programming. It is easy. If you just put a little bit of effort, you can easily grab the basic overview of like Salesforce Apex syntax, and uh, then you can enhance your programming skills with Apex by constant practicing and writing regular programs. Along with the fact that Apex is Salesforce's proprietary programming language, it also runs in the cloud, meaning that all your Apex code is compiled and executed on the Salesforce servers. You wonder why, as a Salesforce developer, you don't have control over the execution of your Apex code. That is because Salesforce runs in a multi-tenant environment. You wonder why what does the multi-tenant environment means, meaning that Salesforce's resources are used uh, by multiple consumers at the same time, and meaning that they all share the same resources, same servers provided by Salesforce. So Salesforce has optimized its Apex programming for this kind of setup or this kind of environment, which ensures that your code runs securely, efficiently, and it doesn't harm the resources or the portion of the resources used by other consumers of Salesforce. And I hope with this you are clear with what is Apex programming in general, how it runs, and who manages its compilation and execution. Now, the big question that you might be having, why do we need Apex at the first place? What is what is the role of Apex programming in Salesforce development? As I have highlighted during the initial portion of this video, that most of the functionalities or the customization that you want to do on top of Salesforce platform can be achieved by its point and click tools such as workflows, process builders, or flows or validation rules. But then why do we need a Apex, or why do we need to develop for the for the Salesforce? These Apex programming comes into the picture when you have a lot of complex business requirements that can't be handled with these point and click tools, such as there are some real time calculations on bulk data that you want to calculate, where there are high probability that if you go with the point and click tools such as process builders or flows, then you end up with hitting governor limits. So for those kind of complex calculations, or maybe if you want to integrate with external systems which require a lot of customization, or which require a lot of configurations from the code point of view to make connection between Salesforce and those external systems, you will require Apex. So in all those kind of situations or scenarios, Apex is your go-to solution. Next, I believe you must be wondering why there is so much hype around Apex in Salesforce development. what it can do for you or what it has to offer. With Apex, you can write your custom logic that can be executed whenever any certain event occur in your applications. You can interact with the database, the Salesforce database, directly with the help of DML operations such as insert, update, delete, like that. Or even you can also perform bulk operations that are uh, sometimes not possible or impossible with the point and click tools that Salesforce offers. You can also develop complex integration programs with the external systems that uh, the point and click tools lack. So in terms of the usability of Apex, you can leverage it in a situation where it is difficult for you to handle the automations, complex logic, or the external system integration with the point and click tools. In all those situations, Apex is your go-to solution. So the next thing that you should know while starting to learn your Apex programming is the overview of your Salesforce data model and architecture. You wonder why I should be learning about the data model and all. I will tell you why. First, we should know what do I mean when I talk about Salesforce data model. Data model is nothing but how a system manages or arranges its data. In Salesforce, if you know, there is a concept of objects in which Salesforce stores its data. Objects can be standard, such as accounts, opportunities, contacts, leads, like that. And it can also be custom, like users can create their custom objects to store their information specific to their business. So these are the data objects, and in which in the standard object, Salesforce itself provides set of fields in which you can store the data, and on the custom objects you can create your own fields specific to your business needs. So this is nothing but the data model. This is how Salesforce stores its data. You should have proper understanding of these data models when you start working as a Salesforce developer and you start your journey as a Apex programmer. Why this is important? Because often with your business needs, when you start developing your like custom Apex based solutions, like when you write your Apex class, maybe you write your Apex triggers, you will come across these data models because you will have to interact with them to get the data. Like you have to write SOQL queries in your Apex programs to get the data. Maybe you need to perform some DML operations based on the certain actions, like you might have to update the data, delete the data, or insert new records in these objects. So as a Apex developer or a Salesforce developer, when you start your journey by learning the Apex programming, you should get your concepts clear with this data model of Salesforce, so that when the time comes to perform DML operations, you don't hesitate to do so, and you can just speed up your learning process. Okay, now you must be wondering what are the tools that I have for developing my Apex programs. In short, which tools I can use for Apex coding. So basically, there are two ways in which you can write your Apex programs in Salesforce. One is developer console. It is a web-based integrated environment that Salesforce provides, and it is available in every org. It is really simple to use, easy to understand, and it is very, very ideal for the candidates who are just beginning their Apex programming journey. On the other side, we have another option, that is Visual Studio Code. It is an integrated application or a programming application which is much more powerful, flexible, and offers much more options to the developers. Like you can use the code formatting, you can use the version control, or maybe you can integrate some extensions to fine tune your programs. This Visual Studio Code doesn't work alone. There is one SFDX extension that Salesforce provides, that you have to install in your on your machine, connect it with Visual Studio Code, and authenticate your, or maybe your connect your Salesforce org with the VS Code. then only you can start utilizing it. For the beginners who are just starting out their journey, I suggest first you should write couple of programs in the developer console, where which will help you to familiarize yourself with the what I say, Apex programming. Once you get familiar with it, once you get to know the syntax and all, try to install the VS Code with the extension in your machine, and then try using it against your developer org.